What's going on, everyone? Thanks for dropping in. Today we got a couple of new knives to check out coming in from Off Grid. Got to give a huge shout out to them for sending these in. This is called the Off Grid Knives Stinger EDC, and this is the drop point variant. Now, although these are not brand spanking new, these are fairly new for Off Grid. They put the drop point out first, and then they put out the spear point, which we have checked out in the past. Along with the spear point EDC came the XL. And this is a big hoss right here, 9¼ inches overall. Now, not as practical for most. Now, some people enjoy a large folder. I know I do. And on most occasions, you know, if you asked me, this is what I would pick up before the 7-inch. Which is what this comes in at exactly. 3 inches of blade, 4 inches of handle. So it's going to be that sweet spot for many, similar to the Penguin, the Elementum, the Drop Bear, the Para 3, right in that sweet spot for many. And I got a Drop Bear here where you can see that is pretty much the sweet spot. People really love that 7-inch, and I never understood that more now than 2024. That 2024 has been the year of the 7-inch knife. I'm hoping 2025 is the year of at least 8.5 to 8¾ You know, it don't have to be 9¼ like this, but at least give us some full-size knives in 2025. Is anybody with me? And let me know, which one would you go with for your everyday carry user out of the spear point and the drop point EDC? I'm having a hard time while I'm doing this deciding which one to pick up. And if you're getting some enjoyment out of the video, be sure to subscribe. I release daily knife and EDC content. And as always, let us know what you're carrying down in the comments. Love hearing from you guys and seeing what you're carrying for the day. Now, I will have all these linked down below, and I'm going to try to time this. They're going to be having a Black Friday sale. It's not a month long like some of these companies. It's just for a few days. So I'm going to try to get this out while they're having their Black Friday sale. They have all kinds of stuff from smaller EDC size like this in folders up to large folders like this. They have overbuilt assisted knives for law enforcement, military. They have fixed blades all the way from small companion EDC sized up to large choppers. So they got a nice catalog over there in knives, but not only knives. They recently put out new bit drivers and new pens, and we have one of their new bit drivers here. And these aren't going to be a ton of money. This is aluminum, and it's machined very, very well. Ball bearings in that spinner. It'll spin forever. I've been carrying this around all day showing family. It comes with a color-coded 6, 8, and 10, so you're ready to go for 90% of knives out there, you know, and then you got strong magnets holding these in. Very, very nice. We unboxed this on a episode of Gear and Gadgets. Nice magnets in the driver portion. Very, very nice. I use this to take apart 2 knives already just today and put them back together. This thing's a nice, it's a good thickness, so you actually can get a little something on it, and then this thing just spins like a champ. So they got really cool stuff like the bit driver, and then they got a nice catalog of different knives. I can't remember if I brought it up or not, but we're getting 154 cm here. And it's done to 61, which is prime time for 154. Off Grid is known to do a very good D2 and a very good 154 cm, and I concur. Let's go ahead. I have tons of their knives in both, and I have beaten the piss out of both, actually, especially the D2, because that's what they use a lot in their fixed blades. It's a cryo D2, but they use it in some of their folders as well. See how this one's holding up here. This one's been used, yeah, this one's been used quite a bit, and it still has a nice, I don't know, which one would you go with, or would you just go with the big Haas there? I really am interested to hear your thoughts on this. The thing for me is we don't see a ton of bayonet spear point blades like this. So part of me wants to go with that one just solely for that reason. There's tons of drop points out there, but this is a mean looking drop point. Full flat, nice row of jimping up the spine there. You still got a nice pokey tip. I don't know. That's tough. Off-Grid's got so many good things going. And then they have a premium line of folders, too. They just released the Mamba V3 in titanium and MagnaCut. Best Tech was the OEM. If you're not familiar, Off-Grid's a U.S. company. They have their products made in Taiwan and by Best Tech out of China. These are going to be Taiwanese made, and you can tell. This is, I feel like Off-Grid is what Spyderco would be like if Spyderco went the flipper route instead of the whole route. That's what I feel like. And that's how I felt ever since I got the first one in my hand. A very reliable cutting tool is what Off-Grid brings to the table. We have a very nice deep carry pocket clip there. Very aesthetically pleasing, well finished. It's going to carry deep. It has good retention there. And we have a nice subtle die off when it swoops up there. And that pays off going into the pocket, as well as ergonomically. You don't feel that thing at all because it just tucks right into your hand. Now, everyone's hand will be different, but for me personally, these are extremely, extremely comfortable knives. Everything is chamfered off very nicely around the handles. We do have some light texturing, but not heavy texturing like some of their knives. So if you need heavy texturing, they definitely got it. This is more of an EDC G10, where they have some more hard use G10, where it's very grippy. Something for the gloved and ungloved hand. You have to check out their website. They got a ton of cool stuff. We have featured countless Off-Grid knives on the channel, and you're going to keep seeing Off-Grid knives on the channel. There's not enough creators doing content on Off-Grids. I just don't feel like they get the limelight that they should. That's my opinion. They're the type of company that most people would want to support. They're an American company. Yeah, they got their products made, have their products made internationally, but that's just the way, that's the way that this has to go in order to run the way that it does. But on the flip side, they're based in the U.S., employing Americans. They support the 2A community, obviously the knife community. They support law enforcement, military, all kinds of different government agencies. Great, great company that you don't mind spending your dollar with, right? They're not a bunch of, I don't know. I don't want to get into that, but they're for America, and they are for the American people. That is enough for me. And you can't say that about every company out there, right? So that's something else that really made me fall in love with Off-Grid. From picking up my first knife from them, I bought a Viper V2, all the way till now. They haven't let me down. They've been very impressive all the way through, and I'm excited for what they have to come. They're not a company that's putting out you know, 6 or 7 new designs every month. But they do put out new knives each year, and I think we're going to start seeing some more V3s. The Mamba came out earlier this year in a V3, which is a superb knife. If you haven't seen the unboxing for that, I definitely recommend going and checking that out as well, because that is a knife that is ridiculous. It's like this with a nasty modified sheep's foot blade, and it's in Magna Cut and honeycomb titanium. It's a beautiful, beautiful beast of a knife. You guys will have to let me know, which one would you go with, the drop point or the bayonet, or would you just go with the XL Killer right there? Let me know down in the comments, and let me know if you have any experience with Off-Grid's knives. I'd love to hear from you, and if you haven't, what do you think from afar about Off-Grid and what you hear about them? Because I really like everything I've handled, everything I see from them, and everything I hear about them. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. That helps push the video to more people. If you're new to my channel, I release daily knife and EDC content just like this. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel and you ring the bell. That'll notify you anytime I release new content. I'll put a couple of new videos up on your screen right now. Go check out the one you haven't seen yet. I will catch you guys on the next one.